Hello everyone and welcome back to our DMO news video. Today we have a new DMO update which adds the new jumping event and a new SSS plus Digimon and the addition of a new weekly dungeon. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off with a new Digimon Imperialdramon Fighter mode Awaken is the newest SSS plus Digimon, and yeah, this is not great. So the stats, he's good, but how he's obtained is actually insanely just insane. Like, it's worse than other SSS plus Digimon. So stats wise, I think he's probably the strongest vaccine SSS plus. Looking at his stats, he have 2.3 attack speed, which is very good considering his attack, and his HP is a little bit on the lower side, and he doesn't come with a deck buff like Omegamon X, so his HP is actually really low if you don't have the Omegamon X deck buff compared to other SSS plus Digimons, which might be a problem. Now his skill damage is where it's kind of insane because he's F3, so F1 have 5 seconds cooldown, F2 have 9 seconds cooldown, and F3 have only 24 or was it 25 seconds cooldown, something like that. So 20 something cooldown, and it have a skill that increases damage by 15 seconds. So it's actually very huge, seeing how you have a very powerful F3 with a somewhat of a short cooldown. So DPS wise, he seems to be probably the strongest SS plus, SSS plus when it comes to damage, better than Omegamon X when it comes to damage, and his F3 is a area of effect skill like Omegamon X, like Lucimon Awaken, have 5 minutes cooldown, so he looks to be strong. But how he's obtained is kinda insane because it's not just data summon. He's obtained from data summon unique, which is cheaper than normal data summons. But here's the catch. To obtain him, you need to do 100 pull to get the red maple leaf box, and it have a 0.5% chance. But you guarantee it after 100 pulls, so 4,900 crown. But it doesn't give you the evolution, it gives you a box, a random box that have a 3% chance to give you Fighter mode Awakened. What is this? What are we doing now? What is this? This is like the most expensive loot box ever. Technically have like a 9% chance to get a SSS plus and 5% to get extraction. The problem is that not everything here is good because like outside the 4 top items, you get to the bad stuff like Omegamon X Alpha. Like, you can get Alpha here with obviously the highest chance because of course it is, and the accessory box and a bunch of SSS ranks that again in any DMO cost 600 to 300 Terra. So what are we doing here? We cannot guarantee getting him. He's in a loot box that's from a gacha, that's from 100 data summons. Again, 0.5% chance to get, so you are not getting this box early. You are getting this box after 100 pulls. You are very unlikely to get this before 100 pulls. So DMO is a weird game, honestly. I really don't understand the logic behind this. Why did they randomly decided to make the price for a SSS plus Digimon insanely high? Now, because now we have U ranks, and he's a SSS plus rank. Like I said, he's strong, but like he still is a SSS plus Digimon. I don't think he unlocks any new content. Like if you get this guy instead of Omegamon X, you don't gain that much because you have less HP. But I'm just gonna scroll down. I'm gonna assume that they decided to be funny and do this, and he's gonna be added in normal data summon later or something, I don't know. But you know, we ignore this and we move on to the new dungeon, the shop dungeon, which have bagramon, the gulusgammamon in Digimon Ghost game. And it actually have a new map, the shopping street easy, which is I think the map from Ghost game as well. So this is cool. It is a cool dungeon, and it's a weekly dungeon. You get a ticket once per week, similar to the arena ticket and Royal Base hard tickets, and you get to enter it solo, so you can do it with a party, and it's incredibly hard. Yeah, it's hard. How hard? 13,000 hit rate is not enough with level 150, so it's how hard it is. And when I say not enough, it means not enough for a single hit, so you know, keep that in mind. I don't know the hit and crit requirement, but it's insanely hard at level 150, so probably gonna need level 160 or above for easy mode. Normal mode is level 166, so level advantage is not gonna do much. So yeah, it's a very hard dungeon, and the rewards from easy mode is 7 Terra guaranteed, and it can give you contaminate digicode, which is needed to craft the new accessories. Normal mode gives execution's life, which also needed to craft other accessories, and 20 Terra and the random reinforced material box, which you know gives you equipment data related items. There's also a chance for things to drop on the floor after you reveal additional equipment data. But what Items you craft, well, we have 2 new equipment. We have the Ghost Keyring and the Vital Bracelet Digivice, which ironically, I don't know what this is. Is this a Digivice? Is this a bracelet? I don't know because they didn't specify how many options you have or what even is this. It says it's a Digivice, but looking at these stats, what is this? How many can we get? How many chipsets? Nobody knows, so not much to say about this, but we'll take a look at it more in detail. So starting off with the Ghost Keyring, which you can craft using Executioner's Knife. You need 20 pieces and 20 Terra to craft it, and it's a keyring, so it is of course random. You craft it and you don't know which one you're gonna get, so you're gonna gamble and pray you get the attribute for the Digimon that you want. And it needs Executioner's Knife, so you need normal mode of this dungeon, which as I said gonna be insanely hard. But if you take a look at the keyring, it gives decent stats. At baseline gives only 100 hits, so it's straight up nothing. So you need to upgrade it to at least +4 so you can get 500 HP, which still nothing. So you need to upgrade further to level 10 for it to actually start giving stuff. And at level 10 it becomes better than the current keyrings, because it gives 30% skill, and at max level 1000 hit rate, 5000 HP and 50% skill damage, and this is where it becomes good. But of course if you can get it somehow, then I don't think upgrading it to 15 is gonna be that much of a problem, but it still is something that is incredibly expensive. So yeah, now the other item, which is the Vital Breath, I think it's Vital Bracelet Digivice. I don't know what it is, because again it says Digivice in the name, but there is no information about whether it's a Digivice or not. There's no information on how many stats it has if it's not a Digivice, and the reason I'm saying it's not a Digivice because you can craft it using Zero Unit Bracelet or Miracle Bracelet in change of less contaminated digicore. So to craft it baseline you need 200 digicore, but if you add a Zero Unit Bracelet it reduces the cost to only 50 contaminated digicore, and for Miracle Bracelet it reduces the amount of contaminated digicore you need by half. So it uses 2 bracelets, so I assumed it's a bracelet, but again we don't know how many options it gave, but this is the option that you can get. Have a lot of interesting options, I would say, especially that one, the final damage, which I'm gonna assume is a separate damage multiplier. Is gonna take the final damage that you deal and multiply, so it's gonna be like a true 5% increase, so it basically multiplies everything, which looks to be strong. And also have critical rate and critical damage. Critical damage is different twice, so you can get, we know that you can get more than 2 critical damage, so you can get like 80 critical damage. Hit rate, which upwards of 1200 hit rate, which is a lot. Of course they needed to have defense, and defense is a percentage increase, which is bad because most Digimons have, like, let's look at the fighter mode for example. Fighter mode have like 400 defense, so 20% of that is like 80 defense. So why did they decided to make it a percentage is beyond me, unless it's like a final defense multiplier, like the final damage, where it's gonna like take your overall defense with steals added and multiply it. But that's not how accessories usually work, so I'm gonna assume that's not the case. This 20% is kinda weird. Like, it needed to be like 200% for it to be something relevant, and even then, like, would you go for defense instead of like the other stuff? Yeah, also gives 1500 attack, and yeah, it has a flat defense, so the flat defense is significantly better than defense percent. But yeah, this is a new dungeon. Again, looks to be incredibly hard. From what I've seen, the hit rate requirements is very high, the damage that they deal is very high. I've seen like the gulusgammamon in the easy mode doing like 60k in a single hit, so probably not doable without a U rank like a Miko mode or a Cross 7 superior mode, because even merciful mode might die. You have 15 minutes time limit in it as well, because, you know, of course. So yeah, another super duper hard dungeon, so nothing to see here. And we also have some improvement to the field map, but I'm not sure what they do. But we have some changes after the first kill. The next field boss monster will spawn based on the kill time. So, but the changes that after check, all field monsters will appear at the same time. The damage reduction buff varies for each field boss that appears, so I'm not sure what does that mean. And you also have the requests for reviewing existing field monsters have been added, which is already a thing, so it's a change. We'll have to wait until we get it in DMO, so I actually understand what the heck that means. The big stuff here is the jumping event, and similar to other jumping events this year, everyone can get the jumping Digimon. So everyone will get the coins of choice, and you get to choose between the Box of Light and Box of Darkness. So this is exactly the same as the last jumping event. You get to choose between Darkness Bagramon or susanoomon Awaken. So if you were playing the last time and you got one of them, you get to choose the other one. So if you didn't have both, that's nice. You get a second SSS Plus Digimon for free, and they did specify that evolution item obtained through Dark Choice, and also written for the Choice of Light, cannot be used in digital fusion, so you know, obviously you can't do that, can't use it in digital fusion. So in addition, of course, the other jumping stuff, now these things are gonna be only available for new tamers. So the Digimon's available for everyone, the other rewards are available for only new tamers, so you get a lot of goodies if you start in the new jumping event. So yeah, just business as usual, nothing too different in this jumping event. Seems to be exactly like the last one. And yeah, what is this though? I can't get over it. But honestly, I'm gonna assume that this is not the only way to obtain him, because okay, they added fighter mode awaken, but not paladin mode. So maybe this is a bait to get people to buy him before he gets easier to obtain after paladin mode awaken gets released, because it's a little bit obvious that they're gonna add this guy at a SSS plus, and then boom, paladin mode awaken, U rank. And of course, to unlock the U rank, you need a SSS plus Digimon. And of course, if no one have the SSS plus Digimon, then no one's gonna pull on awaken on paladin mode. So after they do this, boom, fighter mode awaken is now easier to get or something. I don't know what they're doing, honestly. But yeah, with that, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like on it and subscribe for more demo content. I will see you guys in the next video.